Hey there, Kieran Ryan, nutritional therapist here, and you're very welcome to this presentation on the V3 system. In this presentation, I'm going to be talking about a health solution that has helped many people to overcome chronic long-term disease, has helped many healthy people to improve their energy levels and gain mental focus and clarity, and has also helped many athletic people to improve their sports performance and up their game. Just a little bit about myself. Well, I'm a nutritional therapist and I've worked in nutritional therapy for many years now. And I can testify to the power of nutrition in helping people overcome chronic long-term illnesses, to turning their health around, to turning their energy levels and life around, and thoroughly benefiting in areas where perhaps orthodox medicine wasn't able to actually help them, because nutrition really gets to the underlying problem and really gets to the root cause of what's actually going on. So in this presentation, I'm going to be talking about a system I've been using for quite a while now, and it's really helped a lot of people to benefit in terms of improving their health and in terms of increasing their energy levels and their vitality as well. And it's called the V3 system, and it's three products that eventually that work together synergistically. The V in the V3 system stands for vital, and 3 because obviously there's three products. So the products work in three ways. They increase the nitric oxide levels in the body, they increase antioxidant levels, and they balance the body's pH. Now, what this means is, in terms of nitric oxide, well, nitric oxide plays a crucial role in the cardiovascular system. In 1998, the Nobel Prize for Medicine was awarded to three scientists, Furchgott, Ignarro, and Murad. And it was awarded to them because they had realized or discovered that nitric oxide is a vasodilator in the cardiovascular system. What this means is nitric oxide allows the arteries within your cardiovascular system just to relax and to open up, and blood and oxygen to flow to every single part of the body. And what this does is it causes a decalcification of the arteries. It means any plaque that's built up on the inside of the arteries starts to break down and can be easily gotten rid of through the liver. So this is absolutely amazing news for anybody with cardiovascular disease, and hence they won the Nobel Prize for Medicine. So if we have a look at this, it's a book written by one of the Nobel Prize laureates, Dr. Ignarro, and the book is called No More Heart Disease, and the No stands for nitric oxide, and you can see the subtitle there says How Nitric Oxide Can Prevent, Even Reverse, Heart Disease and Strokes. And in the book, Dr. Ignarro talks about how you can increase your nitric oxide levels. You see, nitric oxide is a gas, and it will only last for a mere few seconds within the body, and then it disintegrates. So the body creates it constantly, and it constantly disintegrates, and it does its work for the very, very short time that it's around, but being highly unstable, it doesn't last very long. Now, in order to have a constant supply of nitric oxide, you need an amino acid called L-arginine. And the best way to increase your nitric oxide is to supplement L-arginine. And Dr. Ignarro talks about this in the book. So based on this idea, Synergy Worldwide have produced a product called Pro-Arginine Plus, which is a very high quality L-arginine complexer. It's composed of L-arginine, but also has many other things to help the heart as well. And one of the things it would have is L-citrulline, and L-citrulline will make sure that L-arginine stays in your system long enough to produce nitric oxide, that you don't just get this, sudden burst of L-arginine and then it's depleted, but it will stay in your body for 24 hours. So Pro-Arginine Plus converts to nitric oxide in the body, bestowing the health benefits that nitric oxide does to your cardiovascular system. It reduces blood pressure. You're going to see someone's blood pressure, if they have high blood pressure, you're going to see their blood pressure come down very quickly. Even in half an hour of taking the product, their blood pressure will start to normalize. And it will keep the arteries supple, soft and young. So as we get older, our arteries get much harder. They get congested with plaque and cholesterol, but this will actually keep the arteries very supple and very soft, and in a sense, it will actually reverse the aging process of the arteries as well. It has an anti-cancer effect because it improves the immune system. It makes your immune cells much stronger. Nitric oxide is a way that your immune cells can attack any pathogens or any cancer cells in the body. So it's very good with that. It improves sexual dysfunction because nitric oxide is the gatekeeper of blood in the body, and the drug Viagra actually works by blocking the breakdown of nitric oxide. So this is a natural way to improve the situation by simply increasing in a natural way your body's own production of nitric oxide. And it increases energy levels because when you think about it, more blood and oxygen is getting to every part of the body. And when more blood and oxygen is getting to every part of the body, it means that each cell is getting more oxygen, getting more nutrients, and so each cell can produce more energy. So naturally, a person will feel much more uplifted, much more elated, and things like sports performance will improve as well. As a person feels they have more energy, they can run further or do more reps, that sort of thing. It will actually benefit people doing sports as well by helping them to recover a lot faster, as it helps with the breakdown of lactic acid as well. It also helps you produce growth hormone, and because it does that, it can help you repair and build muscles much quicker too. It stabilizes blood sugar, which is great for anyone with diabetes. As we know, blood sugar being out of control means high glucose in the body, which causes a lot of problems, causes calcification of the arteries. So this will help a diabetic by stopping any calcification of the arteries occurring, and it will help to balance the blood sugar, so helping to get to the underlying cause of the problem too. And as I mentioned already, improves the immune system, so a person will generally feel like less colds and flus coming onto them while taking this product. So it was invented by Dr. Joe Prendergast. Now, Dr. Joe suffered with cardiovascular disease himself. He was in his 40s and he suffered with cardiovascular disease just like his father did before him. Now, his father died at the age of 40, and his father died of a heart attack because of a hereditary condition called hyperlipidemia, where he's just producing far too much cholesterol, and that was sticking very easily to the inside of his arteries. Dr. Joe had inherited this genetic disorder, and so despite a lot of rigorous exercise, despite eating as well as he possibly could, he still had a lot of cholesterol sticking to the insides of his arteries. And prior to supplementing L-arginine, his arteries had become very narrow and he was highly at risk of getting a heart attack. So when he heard about the research that was done with the 1998 Nobel Prize, he contacted friends of his in Stanford University and he asked them about it, and they said they'd been experimenting with L-arginine and they were having great results. So he started supplementing high-grade L-arginine himself, and he found that within 2 years he went back for a CAT scan, and amazingly enough, all the plaque was cleared off the inside of his arteries. In fact, the radiologist told him that before he had the arteries of an 80-something-year-old, he now had the arteries of someone in their younger 20s. So there was a total rejuvenation of the arteries that went on there for him. So he healed his own cardiovascular disease this way, and he started using it with his diabetic patients. And throughout the years, he's actually treated over 7,000 diabetic patients, and he's never lost a single one of them to cardiovascular disease. In fact, he's put 2 cardiologists out of business because he wasn't sending on any referrals. As we know, it's cardiovascular disease that kills diabetic patients, but in this case, there was never any need to send them on to a cardiologist because the problem just never arose with them. And it also meant that those diabetic patients never suffered with amputations, loss of eyesight. These are all problems that occur due to the hardening of the arteries that simply just didn't occur. So this product is absolutely great for anybody who is suffering with any sort of cardiovascular disease, but also someone who wants to prevent cardiovascular disease from occurring as well. But not only that, when you think about it, as it improves blood flow to every part of the body, it's going to nourish every part of the body. So any other nutrients you're taking, this product will help them get to those parts of the body and greatly enhance the effect of those as well. So it has a knock-on effect, and it actually helps every organ in the body simply through improving the blood flow to every part. Now, have a look at this. This is an arterial pulse waveform, and it's looking at the heartbeat. And if you see the red line there, you can see it goes up, and that's the first beat of the heart, and then there's a second peak as it comes down. That's the second beat of the heart, and as you know, the heart has that bump sound. Now the blue line is somebody who has very hard and stiff arteries, and so we can see it goes up, bump, and then it comes down, and the pressure never really fully comes down. There's no discernible second beat. This is because as the arteries get harder, as they become stiffer, the pressure increases. It's a bit like squeezing a hose, and the pressure will increase. So as the pressure has increased, the speed of the flow of the blood has increased, and because it's shooting out of the heart so much faster, eventually it hits something and then it comes back, and it's coming back so much faster than it should that it's coming back before the second beat of the heart can actually occur. So these two waves are hitting each other, causing an increase in the pressure, and this means the pressure stays higher in the heart and the arteries for longer, and this means the heart does not get a chance to rest because the pressure is higher. And so it's only when the heart is actually resting that blood and oxygen can actually nourish the heart itself. That's its time to get its nourishment. So without a resting phase, your heart is under this constant pressure and never gets a chance to rejuvenate. So high blood pressure eventually leads to a heart attack. So what we can see is in the second one, as the second bump has come up, it's in the blue line, the heart beats once, the pressure comes back before the heart can beat a second time, and instead of getting this nice clear second bump, we're just getting this long, line, squiggly line, as the pressure is rotating up and down instead of actually just coming down nicely. And we can see that beat is lasting a lot longer, and that's because the pressure is staying up higher a lot longer. So what this arterial pulse wave is actually showing us, well, the blue line, which is the unfit line, is actually what happened when a lady first started using Pro-Arginine Plus, and the red line is actually when she'd been using it for 3 months. So what we can see is just after 3 months of daily use of this product, her heartbeat, the pressure in her heart had actually become much more stable and much more regular and much more healthier. And if we look at her actual blood pressure, initially it was 164 over 109, but after just 3 months of using Pro-Arginine Plus, it is stabilized at 123 over 84, which is nearly normal. Nearly normal. So she's very, very much on her way to having a very normal, very, very healthy blood pressure, which means that her heart is no longer under pressure and she's no longer at risk of a heart attack. So that's the Pro-Arginine Plus. The second way the V3 help the body is through reducing inflammation. As we can see from this infogram, inflammation is related to all long-term chronic illnesses, be it cancer, cardiovascular disease, as we've already talked about, Alzheimer's disease, type 2 diabetes, arthritis, autoimmune diseases such as Crohn's disease, or neurological diseases such as Alzheimer's disease or pulmonary diseases, as things relating to kidneys and renal disease, then inflammation is always a key modulating factor. Often the body believes it's under attack. Maybe it's through bad diet, maybe it's through an infection, whatever it is, but the body feels it's under attack, and so the body becomes inflamed. Now, inflammation itself means the immune system starts attacking that area of the body, causing more damage to try and destroy anything that's in it, which again stimulates the inflammation to go on further, as it again believes it's being attacked. You need something to come into the body and switch off the inflammation. The problem is a lot of the foods that we eat, a lot of processed foods, a lot of junk foods, sugar, foods high in omega-6 fatty acids, all these things, trans fats, all these things, they switch on inflammation. And we tend to eat a lot of these foods these days, so inflammation tends to stay very high in the body, and we don't get enough of fruit and vegetables and things that actually help switch off inflammation. So in order to combat this and to help with all these different possible diseases, it would definitely be a help and a big godsend. Synergy have produced a product called Mystify. Now Mystify is a berry juice complex with one of the highest antioxidant values in the world. It's composed of the acai berry, which has got the highest antioxidants of any berry that there is, and many other berries that you can see there, which all have various different antioxidants and affect the bodies in different ways. And they've blended these together to synergistically produce the highest antioxidant formula they possibly could. Now, antioxidants protect against free radicals, and free radicals are the cause of cellular aging. They damage DNA and they actually cause us to age. And bad diet and stressful lifestyle, exhaust fumes, different things like this, these will cause free radicals in the body and these will cause aging. And aging will occur naturally, of course, but these will speed up the aging process. So if we can get a diet high in antioxidants, we can decrease the aging process and we can slow it down. But antioxidants have another key role as well in that they reduce inflammation in the body. So they can bring down inflammation, which is, if we look at, say, a cancer tumor, there's a lot of inflammation going down on there. So if you can help bring down inflammation, you can actually help to switch off cancer cells too. So it's going to help with pretty much anything you've got there. If you've got arthritis or there's going to be inflammation going on in the joints, so it will help reduce the pain there. If you have a swollen shoulder, that's the muscle has become inflamed, so reducing the inflammation is going to help that heal. So I'm not saying by any standards that this is in any way a cure-all or this product is some miraculous thing that will, fix any problem. But what I am saying is whatever problems are occurring, this is going to help as part of the solution along with anything else that you're doing with it. This is going to be very beneficial. And it's going to help anyone, even in a healthy state, to stay healthy and to ward off any colds and flus, because it's going to have a powerful effect on the immune system as well as that. So Mystify reduces inflammation in the body. It's a berry juice complex. It reduces inflammation in the body. It's super high in antioxidants. It's got 7,000 ORAC with just 30 milligrams. That's a very small amount. It's got a 7,000 ORAC, and ORAC's a measurement of antioxidant potential. And 7,000 it's just a big number, so you don't need to know what it means. It just means there's a lot of antioxidants in there. Neutralizes free radicals, which are the cause of cellular aging, and it improves your immune function as well. So it will help you to ward off any colds and flus. It would help with anything like hay fever, anything like that as well. So the third way in which these products can help you is that they rebalance your pH. Now, the pH range goes from 1 to 14. And your body likes to be around the middle, which is 7. It likes to be 7.365, which is just ever so slightly alkaline. When we do a lot of sport and exercise, it makes us more acidic, and that's fine. Our body can just simply pull us back. It can do countermeasures and bring us back to 7.365. Deep breathing, relaxing. This will actually make you more alkaline. And if you eat lots of nice green leafy vegetables there, you'll also become more alkaline. But the problem is that we eat a lot of stressful foods. We eat a lot of processed foods, we drink alcohol, we drink coffees, highly acidic, and most acidic of all, we drink fizzy drinks. And anything sugary is going to be very, very acidic. You can see Coca-Cola would be 2.85. There is very acidic. In fact, a battery is number 1, so if in levels of acidity. So if we want to stay alkaline, we're going to need to obviously be getting more of this green nutrition into our bodies, because that's what naturally makes us more alkaline. And why would you want to stay alkaline? Well, because when you're alkaline, your body can hold a lot of oxygen. and your tissues will and cells will hold a lot of oxygen. But when you're acidic, they won't be able to hold oxygen at all. And your body like obviously thrives on oxygen, and so wants to be able to carry and hold oxygen. But things like cancer cells, pathogens, bacteria, viruses, funguses, these will thrive very well in low oxygen environments. Cancer, for example, is anaerobic. It will only thrive when there's like 30% or less of the normal body oxygen. It will work only in this very low oxygen environment. So in order to make your inner environment of your body favorable to good health and reduce the risk of anything get it in your body, reduce the favor of anything pathogenic in your body which likes the low oxygen environment, you're going to want to make sure you're quite alkaline. You can measure yourself at any time with a litmus strip. You can just put it under your tongue and find out how acidic you are, and you'll find at different times of the day, in fact, your body pH will change. But all the time you want to be keeping it up around 7.365, and you want to be keeping yourself in this alkaline range. So in order to help with that, Synergy have created a product called Phytolife, which is literally liquid greens. Now Phytolife will help your blood and tissues carry more oxygen. It will cleanse your blood and tissues by detoxifying acidic waste products from your body, and it will be like an elixir to your digestive system, soothing gastrointestinal tract. Alkalizing your gastrointestinal tract is very, very beneficial to it and can really help your healthy bacteria grow in there and stop any pathogenic bacteria. Things like candida and stuff, it will stop that growing there as well. I used to have problems with my own digestive system. It's always been quite sensitive, but I've found since taking this product it's become much more robust. And at times when we all like to enjoy ourselves and be a bit naughty with our diets, but when taking this product, I've actually found my digestive system is much more able to handle various different things and become much stronger as well. So just remember, pathogens and cancer cells thrive in a low oxygen acidic environment. Making your bodily tissues more alkaline can help protect your health and aid in recovery. So just looking at some of the people I know who are actually taking these products and have been taking them for quite a while. This lady, Jean Kavanagh, her father had a stroke, and he had brain damage as a result, and half his body was paralyzed. And so Jean was taking care of him, and she had to feed him and look after him. And she herself, in her 40s, had symptoms of cardiovascular disease, and she was quite worried because she didn't want to go down the same route as her father. So she found out about the V3 system, and she started using it herself. Now, before, she suffered with really bad arthritis. She had arthritis in her neck. She couldn't turn her head from left to right, and she also had it in her hands. She had problems opening jars, doing manual things like that. But she found when she was taking the V3 that her blood pressure came down to normal quite quickly. She started feeling much healthier and much better. Her energy levels really increased. She started feeling more vibrant, alive, awake, full of energy. Her arthritis cleared up in just 8 weeks. That's just 2 months. Her arthritis actually disappeared. And within 6 weeks, she could really feel the difference. In 8 weeks, it was completely gone. Her eyesight improved, and her immune system really improved. She actually, the year before, she'd been out 15 days sick from work. But the year after, when she was taking the products, she didn't lose a single day due to absenteeism. She found at work she was just concentrating much better. She found she enjoyed work. When you have more energy, you naturally just enjoy what you're doing, and you have more kind of motivation, and you like to get on with it a lot better. And because her immune system improved, she found her gum disease was no longer apparent either. She also, after taking a blood test, found there was a healthy glow to her blood cells, and that's just an indication that there's high oxygen levels. They're in a really healthy state. So these 3 products are really just about optimizing the inner systems of the body, and that's why they can be beneficial to people with a variety of different complaints in a variety of different situations. And they can just be for anyone who has a is feeling quite healthy already, they can just be quite energizing, quite boosting, and it's just great to know that you're actually protecting yourself from the inside too. Now this man, Fred Green, Fred had, as he described himself, one foot in the duty free and the other foot in the departure lounge. And this is because Fred had had multiple heart attacks, 3 mini strokes, and he suffered with sleep apnea, which is a case where you've become so obese you can choke on yourself as you sleep, and people can die in their sleep as a result of this. So he'd have to sleep every night with a special mask on, allowing him to breathe and allowing him to ventilate. But he also suffered with diabetes, and because of his energy was always very, very low, he was very tired all the time, and because of this, he also was very depressed. So he started with these products and he found his blood pressure normalized quite quickly. His symptoms of cardiovascular disease disappeared, his energy levels increased. He said that after a while he started to feel his two big toes, and in 10 years he hadn't actually felt his two big toes, and that's because the circulation had just improved to every extremity and improved throughout his entire body. He came down from 18 stone to 14 stone without any extra exercise. Without doing any extra exercise, without improving his diet at all, he actually dropped 4 stone. His sleep apnea became a thing of the past, and he sleeps much more deeply, and he feels much better rested every night now. He says he feels alive and full of energy. In fact, he said he feels like a 25-year-old with the energy. He had a peripheral eardrum from playing in a band when he was younger, and he noticed his hearing was improving. And he also noticed his eyesight was improving. Every morning when he shaves, he always used to need to put his glasses on, but having taken the products for a few months, one morning he found he was shaving, he didn't actually need to have put his glasses on. And when he had an eye specialist look at it, they actually found there was a 50% improvement in his eyesight. And again, that's just getting the right nutrients to where they need to go, improving the circulation within the body, getting more blood and oxygen to where it needs to go, but also putting the right nutrients into the body so they're being delivered to the cells. It's just optimizing the cells and optimizing the organs of the body. Now this man here, Ron Williams, this is a bit of a different story because he's not coming from it with any health complaints at all. In fact, he would have been a very healthy man who wanted to take himself to the next level of health. Ron won the Natural Bodybuilder of the Decade Award, which is the highest award given to natural bodybuilders. And he's the winner of over 200 natural bodybuilding titles. And he's written several books, including 21 Simple Ways to Lose Fat and Fate in Fat Loss. Now, Ron never used steroids, growth hormones, or creatine. He believed creatine is bad for the body, so he wouldn't use it. So he was searching for something that would naturally improve his game, that would naturally help him to boost his performance, the amount of reps he could do, improve his energy levels, and improve his recovery time as well. So he found the V3, he started using it, and he noticed the results, and this led him to go on and win those titles. So because of this, Ron swears by the V3 system, and in fact he's built a training system around them. He's built a weight loss system, and he's built a training system to help people put on muscle and become stronger and get more athletically fit, and it's all based around the V3 system. That's the power it's had on his training, and that's what he teaches to others as well. So they're just 3 different people that have benefited. There's been many more, just there's different cases, different situations. But really what it comes down to is supplying the body with amazing nutrition and just helping the body to correct itself and to boost itself. And that way you're getting to the underlying cause of problems. Now, the products come with a 90-day money-back guarantee. And this is because the company that creates them, Synerg Worldwide, they want you to feel that you can try these products and see if they work for you. You can go in and you can test them out for 3 months and see if you get the results you want to get. And if you don't get the results you want, or you don't feel they're working for you, all you have to do is return the empty containers to Synergy Worldwide, and you'll get a full refund, no questions asked. Now, are these products for everyone? Well, there's no health contradictions, contraindications. They'll work with any medicine. They won't affect any other medicine. If you're on any other medication, they won't have any cross effects. So they're completely safe to take with any other medication. They're completely safe to take with any regime. So really, considering the high benefit of these products, I would absolutely recommend them to everybody. I would say that anybody can use these products, experience the health benefits, and get something out of it. The only person I would say don't try these products and you're wasting your time is if a person comes along and they're very skeptically minded, they're very closed minded, and they're thinking to themselves, oh well, I'll try it, and and they end up taking it for 2 days a week on, and then they take 3 or 4 days off, and they try it again for 1 day, and then at the end of the 3 months they're thinking to themselves, oh god, I got nothing out of that, I knew it. Well, those people needn't bother, because really you're not going to get the effects unless you do this properly, unless you do it on a daily basis. You make a commitment to yourself. You say, look, I want to get healthier. I want to try these products. I want to improve my health, my well-being. Then I'm going to try these products properly and take them every day, and without exception. And then that sort of person will see the benefits and will see the results. And that's the sort of person who should be using these products. The person, if you're the sort of person who's kind of skeptical, I don't really know about that, then, I'm not really willing to give it a full go, then these are probably not for you. So, having said all that, that's the end of the presentation, and thanks very much for listening. I hope you got some great value out of this. If you have any questions at all, or you want to find out more, if you want to find out how you can get these products, if you or you're interested in even working with these products, then I suggest you get in contact with the person who sent you the link or sent you this video, and they'll be happy to help you out, answer any questions you have, and show you how to proceed from there. So thanks very much for listening to the presentation, and I wish you the very best in health. Bye for now.